You think you've got it bad. You might have to sell your Mercedes and take the bus. You might have to buy home brand instead of San Remo. You might have to move into a 2-bedroom house instead of a 6-bedroom mansion. You might have to get a job because your parents won't give you money to go to the movies and watch High School Musical. Yes, your lives may have simplified at the hands of the global financial crisis. But what if you didn't have any of these things to begin with? A Mercedes? You've never even seen a car. Home brand? A home and a little more food would be nice. Parents? Money? Movies? High School? Musical? The global financial crisis, which began mid-2007, saw the collapse of the US economy, the most influential player in the global economy. As a result, the impacts of the downfall have rippled throughout the world, sending many developed nations into a recession and affecting the livelihoods of virtually everyone in the world. As governments' efforts are directed towards reconstructing their economies, the impacts of the global financial crisis on the developing nations of the world have been left in their shadows. These countries, reliant on the support of developed countries, continue to deteriorate as a great upheaval of human rights abuses has become apparent due to the financial crisis. The foreign aid provided by developed countries has long needed to expand to effectively assist developing countries in diminishing poverty. For example, the Australian federal government allocates only 1% of its annual spending to its aid program, with taxpayers contributing on average $2.40 per capita. However, most countries comprising the developed world are expected to cut their aid funding on average by 13% by the end of this year. Non-government foreign aid organisations are also greatly threatened by the global financial crisis. Many people are reluctant to donate money to charities, needing the capital for their own support. The costs of these organisations to implement their development procedures have also risen as a result of the global economic crisis. Recent figures from the International Labour Organization found that the global financial crisis could push an extra 100 million people into poverty. International aid agency Oxfam has estimated the global financial crisis will create a $2 million hole in its budget before the end of 2009.
We've already had to pull out of funding a program to reduce domestic violence in India. A decision we made very reluctantly, and we're worried it's the first of many difficult choices.
As a result of the reduction in aid delivered to poverty-stricken countries, the global financial crisis has aggravated abuses of basic human rights in many parts of the world. The living standards of those in poor countries are continuing to worsen as they are stripped of already minimal opportunities to achieve sustainable development. Many countries in the developing world experienced economic growth in the years before the crisis, which have now fallen back into extreme poverty, including groups in Brazil, India, and China. Understandably, the actions taken by those whose human rights are being neglected due to the economic crisis have led to political unrest and violence. Many critical and brutal protests have occurred throughout China and the Americas against poor economic conditions, human rights, and living costs. Everybody may be feeling the effects of the financial crisis, but crises like this hit people living in poverty the hardest.